the 360 view.
Another one here.
There's no way you're gonna get yourself cut. Just like it was on EV3. God, I just gotta stop. Not everybody knows about this.
Oh, so look at that.
But it just is super tiny. And what do you think? Welcome to Cars in Korea. I introduce newly released Genesis Hyundai and Kia cars. And the car I have right next to me, as you saw from the thumbnail, is the Kia EV6 facelift. Yes, I'm finally here. Pardon me, it takes a little bit of time for me to catch up with the latest Kia. So hopefully, as my channel grows, I get invited over to the Kia event as well. So I can also update you and deliver you the latest news from the Kia releases as well. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. First and foremost is the DRL. I mean, everybody would be able to tell that this is the upgraded version and the facelift from the original EV6. It doesn't necessarily have the star map signature lighting that we saw from that of the Kia EV9 or maybe EV3 that I just covered. It still has that very sharp edgy design that we saw from the original EV6. I already got a lot of comments and people saying that they actually do favor the original design of the EV6. And what do you think? I mean, I personally like them both because the original EV6 had such a unique DRL and headlight, the sequential turn lights that was never seen before, that digital tiger mask implemented right onto the front fascia. I think it really ties together and is the bridge between the star map signature lighting that Kia is currently pursuing. Towards this edge and the tip, we see there's another point accent, which is also the same case for the rear design that I'll show you momentarily. And that is actually another design found throughout the EV9 and EV3 that I have covered extensively. Watched EV3 video, definitely do check it out. Of course, you're here for the EV6 and so am I. And now I have the cam over there. Well, let me just pop the hood and also show you what's underneath the hood of this EV6 facelift. And one of the easiest way for you to tell if the car is dual motor or single motor is definitely by popping up the hood. EV3 had it, so EV6 of course is going to have the gas lift. EV3 had everything covered over here, but EV6 isn't. I mean, again, it's not EV6's fault. It's the same thing with the Ioniq 5 and all, but it's just the EV3 came out crazy. What a crazy little car that is. The front is a tiny one, therefore it has dual motors. Dual motor, there's motor on the front and the rear as well. I'm including the precise number on the screen right now. Dual motor spec cars, and I'm also referring to Ioniq 5 as well, they are powerful. Unless you're looking for the crazy track car-like performance, dual motor spec is more than plenty for you to enjoy and have that gentle feeling push when you're emerging into the highway and freeway and so forth. And also when you're taking over a car, which does happen from time to time as you drive, right? And I actually also covered 1,300 kilometers of going around the entire nation of Korea with Ioniq 5 PE product enhancement model. That one was a single motor, but I had no issue with that whatsoever. So let me show it to you up close. Come over right this way. This is what I mean. It's all exposed. I mean, but it's been like that ever since the first EGMP cars came out. Once again, it's not EV6's fault, but it's EV3 that is crazy. Although tiny, a practical frunk, there is also lighting over there. I would put something that's not frequently used, such as charging cable, maybe car wash related items over there, because it's a bit difficult to get an access to it. You have to pop the hood, open that up again. As far as the power motor related specs go, I will include it on the screen right now, so please refer to that. So let me zoom in on the front look of the EV6. That front grille is definitely something that we've seen on the EV3 as well. It's a similar tip that we see over there at the tip of the DRL. Same thing around the grille as well. So I guess you could say that this is somewhat family look of the EV series now. And next up is the wheels. Definitely that is the opposites united, penetrating design language and theme of Kia brand. So where the opposing design and thoughts are met, there is something new created. That's what Kia pursues. A lot of rectangular and new designs that we've never seen on a wheel before, consistently being implemented on EV series. EV9, EV6, EV3, just all of them. Comparing the front and the rear, the amount of the angle carved out is different to
further better the aerodynamics of the EV6 when it's being driven. By creating different pressure zone, it also helps with the aerodynamics, hence related to the NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness, and also driving range, hence battery efficiency. So to be honest and blunt, when it comes to the profile, except for the headlight portion, it's not so much different. It is the design that we have seen before. It only shines when you actually zoom in on the rear design. The tip is really pointy. It's more like an arrow, so it goes along together with the front of the design as well. Opening up the trunk, it's located right over here. That's a reverse cam, and that is for the built-in cam 2, and it also records the audio now. You can open up the trunk by pressing that. Nothing special, we've seen that before. Crazy amount of trunk. Now that I made a video on the EV3, I can sense and see that the EV6's trunk is much deeper and wider and longer. Again, two different cars and two different categories. So EV6 definitely has its pros over EV3. I mean, it only makes sense, right? LED lighting, and you can fold the seat using the lever right over here. Although manual, of course, better than not having it. Let's go inside and check it out. There is no close and lock button on the EV6. All right, so let's get inside the second row seat of EV6 facelift. And just like I am doing right now, I actually have to lean forward just a little bit because of the design, because it quickly drops down towards the end due to the nature being and due to the design of EV6. I keep on mentioning this because I've been shooting EV3 all day. I actually sensed and noticed that this is even smaller than the EV3. And of course, that is limited to the second row seat, but well, it is what it is. Because EV6 actually had to sacrifice this to get that sleek, beautiful design of the second row, as well as the design towards the C-pillar. A tiny quarter glass over here. It always helps having more visibility, but it just is super tiny. So that's the lighting for the second row seat. Oh, so look at that. EV3 had larger space here compared to the EV6. I'm sorry I keep on bringing EV3. I just have no choice because I've been with that car for 2 hours plus. I am making all the references from the EV3, but the EV3 had larger foot space underneath the seat. The document storage and all, and the material used on the armrest, C-type charging ports, 2 of them, and the sliding seats, tilt, slide, and relaxation seat as well. Those buttons come in really handy when you have baby on the second row seat. So that is the reason behind having all that text and features. Design that we have seen before, you can use this as a coat hanger as well. Little blind, of course, fully automated window that rolls down all the way like so. That actually makes a huge difference for a family with doggos. If you know, you know. Seems like not everybody knows about this. It's not EV6 specific tech and feature, but you can always control this so that way you can get the best seatbelt position around your shoulder. So this is the first angle of the second row seat, and pushed all the way back. Quite relaxing, just like it was on EV3. God, I just gotta stop, but it is quite similar to that of the EV3s, just like that. Pull this down, you get the extra 2 cup holders, the ambient light over there as well. But there is no ambient light that runs across. Ambient lights found over there. The brand new design steering wheel on the EV6 facelift. And that's precisely where you can find opposites united inside this EV6 facelift. Open up the sunroof. It's the wide panoramic sunroof that's been applied on this model, as you can see. But you see the amount of leg room is just outrageous. That 2,900 millimeters versus 2,400 millimeters of the wheelbase definitely plays a big role when it comes to the leg room. I mean, I thought the EV3 was large enough, but I mean, it is, right? But look at this. It's outrageous when it comes to the EV6. So let's go to the driver's seat and just set it to my sitting position, but I think it's similar to mine. And of course, the AC vents on the sides being from the EGMP Global Modular Platform. And do not miss out the Meridian Premium Sound System. Yes, as I have suspected, the sitting position is somewhere close to mine. I didn't change anything. The legroom here on EV6 is just outrageous. So the windows are a bit tiny and a bit slanted, angled compared to the EV3, but that is due to the nature being and also the design. Brand new design, opposites united. I like that touch. You don't need to worry about getting yourself cut. There's no way you're gonna get yourself cut. I don't feel anything. Everything HDA related buttons and features over here. Go through the different drive modes. Look at that. And the ambient lights are associated with the drive modes, just like so. All other buttons and text and features that we've seen before. So on this EV6 facelift, battery has been upgraded. It's showing 466 kilometers to go on the odometer. So I will include the precise battery and the spec of the car on the screen right now. Display that we have seen before, just toggle this around to switch it over to the AC and also the navigation if you need. I actually need a good use of the ventilated seats right now. FYI, you can turn it off immediately by press hold onto that. So it is the same thing with the heated seats. You can just press hold on it, it will turn off completely. I need some ventilated seats right now. So I have the AC running. The beauty of EVs, of course, I'm inside, but I can run the AC no problem. Love the dials here because some of the features and text I actually do prefer when having the physical buttons. So you can use this as a volume button when you're in this menu. When you're in the AC, you can use it to control the temperature just like that. Very intuitive and direct. The UI, GUI over here, something that we've seen before. If you have been driving, owning latest Hyundai Motor Group cars, you are probably familiar with this already. This is the CCNC, Connected Car Navigation Cockpit, and it is the dual 12.3-inch monitors on the left and on the right. There is nothing in the middle, so it is actually technically two different screens and monitors. You probably see the boundary here. It's really sleek, and the physical harness, the housing around it is just straight, sleek, and simple. Unlike the Ioniq 5, there is no metal plate right here, but it's carved out, giving that more visibility nearby the A-pillar and the tweeter for the Meridian premium sound system, and the rest of the buttons that are self-explanatory. You can press hold the trunk button here, gigantic footrest right here, the brakes and the accelerator, your C charging cables right here, transfer the data and charge, just charging only, another C port for the charging, and another one another one here, and 12-volt outlet system right here. This for the storage, you can easily fit your purse here, no problem. Water bottles, all of that goes right into here. Instead of the column type that's been attached right behind the steering wheel like the EV9 and EV3, EV6 facelift still has the rotary type, shift by wire for EV6. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Some people do favor this. I would still go with the column type because it will give me more space right over here. EV3 took an advantage of that and made a tray out of this area. What do you think about that? The start button and the fingerprint recognition system right here, which will allow you to drive the car keyless as well as via pay. You can pay inside your car at drive-through and such. The parking view cam, auto hold, alerts. So press on the parking. Of course, there is the 360 view cam. You can change the different cameras just like that. It is all surrounded 360 view cams. You can also control the rear view, and this is the 360 view, just like that. Digital center mirror, this is my personal favorite. I say this every single time. It is not just a rear view mirror turned digital. Thanks to the wide lens, it actually provides more visibility than it would on a conventional mirror. Just look at that. And the best part is, when you do have somebody sitting on the second row seat and also luggage is full, you can actually always have your view unobstructed using the digital center mirror, just like this. You can also tilt, lower it, pull it up. So unlike the Ioniq 5's drawer type, it is a good old glove box, but much larger than that of the ICE cars. I mean, I take that back, but Ioniq 5 PE also got something similar to this instead of the drawer. I mean, bring back the drawer. Where's my team drawer at? Show you what it looks like when you open it up from the outside. No, nothing big. We know what it's gonna do, but that is gigantic wide panoramic sunroof at work. The rear spoiler, It's all aerodynamic, and just look how slanted the rear glass is. So there is no rear wiper for EV6. Unlike Ioniq 5, Ioniq 5 PE actually got the rear wiper. All the owners out there, tell me in the comment if you really want to see a rear wiper on this EV6 facelift or not. Because I know all of the Ioniq 5 owners wanted it, and it was actually a true deal breaker to some, because some people actually do really need a rear wiper. I know EV6 is not as bad as it was with the Ioniq 5, so maybe that's why. The charging port that we all know of, so you still have to unplug it like this, unlike the EV3s. Would have been nice if it also got the EV3s, but I'm sorry, I really gotta cut it. No more comparing it to EV3. So close it using that button, just like so. I really like where charging port is located for the EV6. It just doesn't get any better than this. Super sleek, it goes along together with the design of the car. It's a nice job. I always loved EV6's charging port right over here. It's really about the design when it comes to Ghia cars, right? Design Ghia after all. What do you think about the refreshed look? Tell me in the comment below, and I will see you in the next video, definitely with the test drive of this EV6 Ghia, movement that inspires. All right, so that's it. I will see you with the test drive of the EV6 facelift in the next video. Bye-bye.